It's weird for me. It's the first time that I'm doing that with people sit in front of me, because most of the time when I'm doing the demo like this, I'm just walking and people going around, but whatever. So the patina, it's more like, usually you use the term of patina when I'm thinking about, I don't know, a whole table, or what a nice patina by the aging effect. So, and that's the really true meaning as well on leather. So for example, if I'm taking that one, I'm not talking about the cheetah part, but this kind of effect on it, it's really like patina is supposed to be. Every patina has a name. This one I call it firewood. You can see the wood effect that I wanted to put inside the shoes. So this one is relatively simple to do, if I can say that. Or the blue one like this, which is more work with some fade on it. And you can go on something more intriguing. So most of the time, a patina, it took me 1 week, 5 days. Because, as you said, it's a dyeing process, so you need to let rest the leather between the different coats. For the coat of dye, you can go on, most of the time I will say, depending on the color that I'm looking for, but it's 8 to 12 coat of dye. So, and you can play as well with the shoe cream besides the dyeing process. If you look at this one, you can touch it. So this one is really, I got this idea in my mind since a while. It took me 60 hours to do one shoe. So it's an engraving process with a small diamond tool, and it's more like scarving. You can feel it under your skin. So here you can also see the influence of my culture. I'm coming from France. My mother used to be an antique dealer in Paris, so I've been also fed. My education has been fed by all of this, and right now inside my work you can feel it. That's also a part of the process. After that, I'll let you ask me whatever question. I don't want to feel like a conference master. So I can work in the meantime. It's not. So this one, for example, the one I will keep continuing on working on, was like this. So in virgin. So I apply 2 coats of dye on this, which is more like yellow and navy blue. So it's turning gray, and I want to turn it more like pastel khaki style. So if you have any question, please.
So you start with light and work to dark?
Yes. It's like a white canvas. It's like painting. More the base is clear like this, more you will have interesting color. But believe it or not, on this one, this shoe is black at the beginning. But it's a different process, and I like to work more and more with some different pigments, and particularly silver and gold, because it's really it gives you a kind of metallic effect inside, which is really, really interesting. As I like to say, I have only 2 rules when I'm working on shoes. Of course, it's a pair, so what I'm doing to one shoe, I have to do it to the other one. And my second rule is no rules. I don't care about, I'm a self-taughter, so I learn by myself my craft. So if it's working, and that's it.
So the dyes you use are alcohol-based?
Yes.
Or water-based?
Yeah.
Alcohol?
Yeah.
And when you started with the black shoe, would that have been an acrylic?
No.
Still the alcohol base?
I'm concerned with acrylic. It's fading, and it's not such powerful that the alcohol to get through the leather. Yeah.
If you have gold shoe, how to clean it to prepare to be beautiful?
Depending. You have many products that you can use. It can be soap for leather. It can be alcohol material, something. You have to think that for getting the leather like this, it's a chemical process. So you had a lot of chemical before to have it like this. Besides the animal to here, there is a long process here. But if you have a good leather, you can always do something on it. It's very interesting. The oldest leather goods that I've been working on, it was in France on a golf bag from Louis Vuitton. End of the 19th, beginning of the 20th century, and this bag has spent so many times as years lost in a attic with, as you can imagine, water, dust. It was really wet, so cracked on some parts. And the client said, "Oh, do you think you can do something?" I said, "I will see. I don't know yet." So, and effectively, I clean it. I put some beef oil, which is oil ready for moisturize the leather. In this case, I sand it. I did so many things on it, and I dye it after that. Put some shoe cream. And when I had the shoe cream, by the end, you have all the majesty of the leather, of this old leather, and with a natural patina on it, which is what was really wonderful. The client was like, "Wow, I cannot expect it can come back like that." So yeah, it's really. What the people forget, it's what I'm saying to all my customers all the time. When they ask me how to take care about my shoes, blah blah blah, you don't want to put chemical on skin. Don't put chemical on the leather shoes. The leather is alive, so more you will take care about it. So more, what I'm using is, if you're taking, for example, this wax, just have a smell, you will understand what I'm talking about. It's only beeswax. I mean, you can even put it on your skin; it won't damage it.
We're thrilled to have you here in Toronto. Can you tell us how you ended up coming from France to Toronto?
I start as I said, my mother used to be antique dealers in Paris. My father was a businessman with, the wax. My father was a businessman, so we used to wear some suits made by order. It was the same thing for the shoes. And after that, believe it or not, when I was young, I wasn't attracted by studying or whatever, so I like to say in my university years it was the Navy. I used to be a navigator for 8 years inside the French Navy because I was attracted by traveling the world and maybe have a romantic idea like the French poet going all over the world, whatever. But I spent a really good time, and it's a good school of life to help you to live together inside a small community, as you can imagine. And when I quit the army, I used to be a general manager in like a Walmart. Anyway, and I got an accident. So after this accident, I have to change a lot of things. And to be honest, I got this accident because I'm an alcoholic. I don't want to share much, but it's a part of the process why I'm doing this today. So after that, I get depressed. I quit alcohol in 1 week, believe it or not, whatever. But I got a wonderful doctor. But it's another story. But I have to do something in my mind, and I've been always work with my hand. I'm good at drawings. I did a quick few art studies. I know I have sensitivity to color. And yeah, so I start for myself. The first one was a cheetah one like this on another model. And when the people look what I did, it's the people in the shoe industry say, you have to do something maybe. So step by step, I start by my home. And as I like to say, it's not a work for me, it's a yoga. I need to work. It's really hard for me to go in vacation because after 1 week, I need to do something. so anyway, and so I developed my business, and in France I have Loding as a client of mine, and in the meantime I try to develop my business in New York. So I've been 6 times in New York, but developed my own business without any money. It was really hard, particularly in New York, but I got many interesting connections over there. And I said when Loding opened the first store here in Toronto, the patina was quite popular, but they have to wait 2 months daily to have the patina. And I say, guy, oh, look what I did. Maybe we can find. And they said, okay, deal. Come to, and we will do that here in Toronto. And since it's quite, we got more and more clients interesting. And I also, the first time I came to the store, I said, guy, we are selling shoes. All the display shoes, I want a high gloss like this on it. Because, I mean, it's like a garage. You don't want to buy a car if it's full of dust. I like to say, I think we are, and all the display shoes, the regular one, I'm not talking about the Patina, has that kind. So it's also a service that we give to the client. It's, we have the glaze process. I work with a shoe reaper. You can add on your shoes a rubber sole to protect it. The steel toe are coming from France, actually, and it's all the service around the shoes. I developed some other service, such as a scratch service, which is really popular because every day on the street you can damage your shoes or your bags or whatever, and as you can see, I am able to fix that.
Where's Loding located?
133 Avenue Road,
Okay.
across Soto, and we have two other locations, one in First Canadian Place, and the other one, the last one we opened is Sherway Garden. Yeah, and we will open Union Station, but this one is crazy with all the work there is inside the station right now. And because we have the franchise here for whole North America, I think the next one will be Montreal.
Will be where, sir?
Montreal,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So you're living here full time?
Yeah, right now it's been 2 years that I moved from France. And this week I just have a call from my lawyer. I got the permanent resident card, so I guess I will be there for a while again.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. I guess they check my file and they say, oh, you should be good. We must keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, no, I think what I like here, it's funny because in Europe, all my customers, when they came to visit me and to see me, they know what they want. Because, I mean, I don't want to be offended, but there is a culture more about it, yeah. And here at the beginning it was really confusing because my first customers, oh, what do you think about this? So I was a little bit, but I don't know, it's your shoes. So right now I understood that, and I like to spend time with my client to sit and to understand them, what they're looking for, and to understand their style as well, because we have all different styles. I got this, you know, even for choosing a pair of shoes, I mean, you might be looking, you might like these shoes, but when you put it, I know it's not your style. You understand what I mean? So it's what I'm trying to do with my clients, and apparently they appreciate because it's going beyond the fact I'm selling something. It's more, I like to say, I want to have a relationship. It's like a doctor, you know. Exactly. It's more like I need to understand why. So it's really confusing for me because I have more order coming from the US by phone, but it's hard for me to, because I cannot see those people in front of me. Each color adds a symbol, has a meaning. I mean, it's not when you think about it, people working in the marketing knows that very well. If the Coca-Cola is red, it's not because one day they decide, oh, it will be red. No. And it's funny to understand that it's coming from the medium age. By the time of the medium age, each duke, prince, king has an armory, you know, and inside his armory you have they were choosing some different color, and each color has a meaning. If you're taking the yellow, for example, that means the power of money. gold, etc. And blue is more like for the king. The red is the passion and war. I mean, and we still, and it's funny to see also. Me particularly, I know that I like purple, but if I'm wearing a crazy purple shirt, it won't fit to my color skin or color hair. Is that one? Here it's a first coat.
Oh, that's good, because it looks like a few coats already.
Yeah, no, it's only the first coat that I got. And after that, right now, I will work with the shoe cream process. I will work with my paintbrush because it won't be like that by the end. Here it's only a base work. But it will be, as you can see, it's really yellow, but it will turn more khaki because I know already what I... It's funny, on my, for example, if you're taking that one, my inspiration came from scarab, you know, those exotic beetles. And I have this idea since 6-8 months in my mind. It's taking more, the idea, the process of the idea, and when I feel it like ready to go, honestly I did it in one day, this one, because I have already everything in my mind. But the second one will be better, because on the first one you always figure out what's wrong with it. And,
is it getting a lot more popular in America, do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you look at the main brand, even Allen Edmonds, which is the leader of the men's shoe market in North America, starting to have a little bit of patina. They're making their toe darker, blah blah blah, and it's not anymore the full plain color. You're going to Rosen or to Ultramarine Shoe for Men, you can see there is more and more like a patina, because actually they do it in a factory and it's not handmade. But yes, it's getting, and I think, you know, what you have to think for the men, you don't have many way to, it's not like the woman can be crazy, but the man doesn't have many accessories to play with their outfit. So, going with a nice pair of shoes, for example, this one is the one of most popular. I'm selling a lot of this at the First Canadian Place, which is a business place. So, because it's not so crazy, of course they won't go for that, but it's a different. But when they start like that, after that, they will ask you for this, for the weekend, and it's funny that they're coming back to see me and they say, oh man, it's extraordinary, you cannot imagine how many compliments I get, and the women, they're crazy about my shoes. And it's what I'm saying to them as well. Sometimes I know I can be offended because of my culture, but I'm frank to the people, you know. I got an interview at the store with a young guy applied for a sales associate, and he was with one of my manager, and the manager asked me, oh Manu, do you want to add something? Do you have any question? And I look at this young man and I say, do you know what we are selling here? Yes, you're a men's store, shirts, tie, shoes. And you come to apply with a pair of shoes without any shoe cream or whatever on it? I said, you cannot say that. Yeah, but I'm sorry. You're coming to apply to a job for selling shoes. At least just put a little bit of shoe cream. I'm not asking for crazy items, but it's...
So we're all looking at our shoes.
Yeah. It's funny. I'm sorry. I didn't want to embarrass you.
No.
But my good friends, it's always funny when I'm meeting someone or my good friends. I'm always look at the face, and after the shoes, people say, "No, don't look at my shoes." I cannot control myself.
Now, do you buy your pigments from Saphir, or do you make your own?
So both. Actually, so here I have all the dye is coming from Saphir, and when I want to work on something specific, but not fully, I don't have the time, I have natural pigment. So for example, I like to work with indigo coming from Morocco, so it's like a rock, it's blue, and you have to crush it. And it's funny to think about it. Remind you that during the 19th century, all the painters has what we call a broyeur de couleur, which is I can say that colors crushers. It was a work actually for having all these crazy colors. A guy was crushing the color and make it for the painter.
So the dyes you get here, are they powders when you get them, or are they
No,
liquid?
not that one. No.
They're liquid?
Yeah, they're liquid. Yeah. I'm not using the natural. The difference between the wax and the shoe cream. The shoe cream has a lot of pigment for having that color. The wax is more for the shine of the shoes. So it's two different. And normally on the regular process, on take care about your shoes, it's 5 wax applied for 1 shoe cream. And the shoe cream is really important for the creasing part of your shoes. You know, that's the reason why you have the high gloss shine mirror only on the toe and the external part, because it's a non-moving part of the shoes. Because otherwise it's like a varnish process that you have on the toe. You will crack it. And what is also nice for your eyes, that it gave you a depth to the shoes, because you have a really, it's a trick eye, you know, in your mind, so you have a really high gloss on the toe, and it's getting a little bit less gloss on the body part, and it's getting back gloss again. So it's more. Here you can see the difference. Just forget this. Just apply a little bit of yellow. Because the dye make it really, really dry. So after that, as I say, it's what you have the keys here. You have to keep in mind that the leather is alive all the time. It's like your skin. So as I said, I'm always surprised of the before and after. And I say to my wife, when I won't be surprised anymore, that means I need to quit. The passion is gone. So I will still working on only one, so you can see the difference between.
The original colors that you have on this shoe were dyes, though.
The original color was like.
Yes, and then that
Yeah.
was these dyes,
Yeah.
and then the shoe cream was top.
Depending on what I'm looking for. But usually it's at least 8 to 12. It can be more. It's,
And I guess it has to do with how you apply it.
Yeah.
Is that all?
and sometimes if you are playing for some reason, you can play with the shoe cream after that. So if you are applying a different color shoe cream, you will turn it in a certain way, or you will taking off the dye. You can play on. It's what I like to do. I mean, I'm adding a lot, but I'm taking off. I'm getting back until I have. You can see that kind of. You can see it on this one. You can see that I put some coat of dye, I take it off, I come back, I work with the shoe cream. You can see many different shades of purple inside. Yeah, no, this one is total different techniques. I mean, with silver and gold is so strong, the silver and the gold that you can. But I like, and I think as I can see on the follower of my Instagram, people are interested by, because I think I'm pretty good at working. I like to work more and more in this way as well.
When you did this particular pair here,
Yeah.
where you said you engraved a little bit,
Yep.
did you use a gold cream or did you use
It's a gold dye.
pigment to?
It's a gold pigment. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So in this case, I use a powder in gold. Yeah. There is a company making the shoes for me, but I'm not a shoe maker. It is the question.
It's like a canvas.
Yes, exactly. I've been working for a series called American Gods,
Yes.
which will be on the screen next year, I think. So it was really interesting actually, because I worked, it was the first time, no, it's not the first time, because when I was in France I worked with opera, I'm sorry. But here it was really interesting because they sent me the name of the character, so it was Mr. Ibis, like the bird, and I got the drawings from the custom designer and the idea that he has in mind what it should look like. And I did a crazy pair of shoes like Ibis Fit actually, and I did some other more like a wood effect like that for them. And yeah, but it was really interesting. Yeah.
I was asking because what you do is very, I guess it gets more creative when you work
For them, yeah, definitely they like me because they have something in mind. I can do it. And the other show I've been working, it was Shadowhunters, I think. And for this one, they asked me to work on a book cover, you know. Because I don't know, it's a story of wishes. I don't know exactly. So
Vampires.
So I've been working for that. Yeah, definitely. I'm working more and more with movie industries because I have a lot of customers bring me their own shoes. For example, Berlutti's, Cottage, and whatever shoes. And sometimes it's a little bit embarrassing. Last time I got a client, for having a patina on a non-loading shoes, it's $375 what I'm charging. And he brought me some Zara shoes at $60. Yeah, I can do it, but first of all, because of the leather quality, I guess you will be disappointed.
When you apply shoe cream, and I see you did it and then waited, how long usually you wait to dry until you apply next layer? Just like 10-15 minutes? Or
To be honest, as I feel it. So it's depending as well. Because sometimes I can work hot, if I can say that, it's like cooking, you know. And sometimes I know that I need, if I'm looking for the kind of color, I need to let him rest. So it's really different from
But you still need to wait some time to settle, otherwise the next layer will...
Oh, yeah, definitely. More the leather is nourished, more it will stay as well. So. But during the process here, I'm not finished with the dye. I will apply more dye on a coat of shoe cream. I will get back.
Working layers
yes,
right now,
layers
one
and
after
layers,
the other.
exactly.
So the dye goes over the shoe cream
Yeah, of course.
quite well?
No, less, but you have already your base.
Yes.
So, but it's what will give you by the end all that depth inside. Because you're adding layer and layers.
No, we thought you do something roxy or something to stop running or...
Yeah, for sealing it will be the wax process. Yeah. But you can always back to the process. Myself, I have all my shoes are patina shoes. There is some I've been working 8, 10, 12 times on it. I like getting, even when I'm selling a patina shoes to my customer, I say, feel free to bring me back the shoes in 2 or 3 months. Because until the colors really stay, I need to do 2 or 3 touch-up max. After that, you won't move anymore. And it's a free service. It's a part of the process as well.
You're saying the two sapphires that are there are different?
Yeah,
Large
this one
tip?
this one is a luxurious brown, if I can say that. It's the top of the brown. And this one is more like a regular one.
So
Because they have, they have médaille d'or. Médaille d'or is the top of the, okay, so it's more expensive. And they have the regular sapphire.
okay.
That's what if I can say that. Because in this collection, you have the médaille d'or cream. But it's more...
And you prefer to work with the...
I like it. This one is enough for what I'm doing. I don't need the sapphire médaille d'or cream.
But you could do the same thing with
Yeah, but in their collection for the sapphire shoe cream, they only have regular color like black, navy blue, burgundy, and that's it. It doesn't. If I want a crazy green like this, I won't have it. So it's not interesting for me. It's interesting to have many colors for playing.
What was the other one you mentioned?
Tarago.
How do you spell that?
Tarago. No, it's Spanish. you can see here, the shine is starting. You're starting to have your shine on the top of the shoe, just with the shoe.
Yes.
Are there any rules for applying dyes? Like what areas you usually go darker, what lighter?
There is no rules, as I said before. It's depending on.
Okay, your preference.
Yeah, most of the time I'm working like this. I mean, with clear part here and dark part on. But I can do reverse as well.
So darker, closer to seams?
Yeah, it's really. I mean, the only rules I'm applying when I'm starting a patina on whatever shoes, it's respect the style of the shoes. Sometimes I have some customers who will say to me, I don't know, I like that color and I want it on that model. I say no, it won't fit. I mean, there is certain patina color which fit into one model. If I'm doing that patina on this model, there is a reason why. It's not, oh, I decide to do one color on whatever shoes. No, there is a process on it.
So the dye that you're using now is the same as in the large bottles?
Yep.
And I see you use almost dry brush.
Yeah, depending on what you want to apply. If you want to put a lot of dye, or just a little bit. It seems easy to do, no?
Like any painting, you just take white canvas, some dyes, paintbrush, and
Make a masterpiece.
yeah. So I haven't seen yet.
See a lot of carving on it as well. Carved shoes.
So do you have certain brushes, certain colors all the time, right? Or, and do you,
Yeah, every brushes is for one color. Yeah.
and do you clean them at the end? Or
No.
they stay so you
No.
just use
At the beginning, yeah, I used to, but right now I like them like this. You know, with the whole dye on it and
It's
whatever.
already saturated.
Yeah. It's all those. If you check them all, they're all like this.
Yeah, broken in.
Yeah, and what I'm doing sometimes, I cut them the shape I want to,
Yeah.
because with a paintbrush you can work in such different way. But you know the cream, if you, for example, you don't like that green, this one is too dark, you can mix them.
Right.
Have you mixed them on the leather or you mix them separately?
No, you mix them separately.
Mix them on a palette?
Yeah. Or you can even mix them on top of the leather, depending what you're looking for. It's always.
More risky that way.
You know, sometimes for finishing the gloss on the shoes, normally you're doing the gloss is a mirror shine with a wax. And during my experimentation, I found that you can finish it with even better with the wax with acetone.
With
Acetone.
with acid.
Acetone, not water.
But you have to be really carefully, because if you apply too much, you're taking off everything. I hate when I have customers coming to see me and tell me, oh, I have seen online, I would like the same thing. No. Yes, exactly. Go to him. First, it's a photo. So on my Samsung, it will look differently. On your iPhone, it will look something else. And it's not my work. I'm working this way. So at the beginning, I was saying yes. I'm not saying yes anymore because I know it's a concern after that. I prefer that the people are happy about what I'm doing. That I don't want to copy something existing. It's not that people in the shoe industry know very well each other. That's the reason why I know very well as people from Saphir. I am in connection with Jean-Marie Weston, which is a French brand. People from Berluti know me as well. I know the people from Hermes. It's a small world. So definitely, yes, the idea is to create a name around the service, a reputation.
Do you see people come to you with custom-made shoes? Because I understand those shoes they pre-made, so they made somewhere and people try them on. If it fits, then you make patina for them. But do you see people come with custom-made shoes for their size, for their foot, for you to make a patina on those?
Yeah, of
shoes?
course. Oh yeah, I have plenty. I mean,
do they usually make them locally in Toronto or from somewhere else?
both. I have some people who they made it in Europe, like Berluti or John Lobb, and you have some people coming from a shoemaker here. Yeah, so you have lots actually. Yeah, I'm flexible, of course, but I'm happy. Like I said, for my customer with Berluti when he was at Sport and Run Through for men. This guy is saying you're doing a better work than Berluti actually for the patina I'm talking. So I prefer to give you my Berluti. I know what you will do on the top of it.
Berluti has seen your work, so they know what you do, and who knows.
But those shoes that are coming to you are already finished shoes.
Yeah,
So they are black or brown or...
No,
at 80%, the shoes I'm working on, it's already existing shoes, the shoes that you're
Right.
wearing today. I mean, only 20% is like this. But for me, definitely, it's more interesting to work on that. Because first of all, I don't have to take care about all the process to clean the shoes. So I'm also producing more. Because actually, the production, the machine are here. No, it's only with it's some process with a rug and a little bit of wax, and by making circle like that with a little bit of water, step by step, yeah, more and more, and you will have the shine by the end.
So there's
But
more layers.
for the glassage in French or eye gloss, you can go online on YouTube. You have plenty of videos explaining that better than I'm doing.
but
right
you
now.
get, again, you don't know, you get it or not.
Yeah, it's taking time. Actually, I can do a glassage, a high gloss process in 10, 15 minutes because I'm doing so many that I can even do it.
Eyes closed.
No, it's funny. I'm reacting by. It's also when you touch it because at the beginning it's really scratchy, and more you will do it, more you will feel it getting smooth, and by the end you're sliding on the toe, and you smell it, you see. I mean. All your senses are open when you're doing it. Yeah, no, it's...
For terminology, you say glazing. That's a process after you've finished?
Yeah, yeah. So it's, some people say gloss, mirror, shine, so...
Now,
that's
is
the
that
reason.
a separate material?
Yes, with a wax.
That wax, okay.
Just a regular rag, or do you use both things?
Soft.
Oh, so always
I try to find some others, but I don't know why I like these fabrics.
I wonder if,
So I'm keep going this one, which is really, really...
yeah, well, that's bold, so who cares if it looks like...
So you've got a mixed bag here, you've got somebody who's doing what you're doing, you've got somebody who likes...
So what are you doing if you...
We're leather workers.
Okay.
The four of us. We work on all different kinds of leather. He was just commenting on
Cowboy boots.
what you were saying.
Saddles.
I've got a saddle I've been working on for like 15 years because I don't like what I'm doing on it. But yeah, we were doing that. I'm learning how to make shoes.
Okay.
But I've been making cowboy boots for quite some time now. And,
You know that I'm really interested by some craft on cowboy boots. For example, what I did for the Shadow Hunters, yeah, for the show it was a book cover, so with engraving on it, and me. So it's also interesting because they asked me something really particularly to have aging. So I age it by the dyeing process, but not only because I know how the vegetable is reacting. And I'm feeling right now, I mean, shoes is nice, bag is fine, okay. But I need more. I'm feeling by now, I need something more. And more I'm thinking about it, I need to experiment, particularly with vegetable and stress the laser. And I'm starting it's cooking here. It's cooking more and more, and I would like to go on something more creative and more personal and more like. That was the main idea. So thank you very much. I don't know what you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Last question, can I come to your store to see how
Yeah, I used to live in Paris for 10 years, but my hometown is Toulouse, south of France. Yeah.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, but you have some.